Us.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of stories still coming out of the Osho election. See, I just want to tell Nigerians this. Do not deceive yourself and be delusional to think that because the people stood still and the people fought, it's going to be like that in 2027. In fact, let me tell you some things that will happen in 2027. There's going to be massive federal might. There's going to be massive rigging. It's going to be pushing the people around, and you must even stand tall, twice as tall. I think that was a Burna Boy's album. Because it's not that they did not pressure, and for all of those that are trying to spin the narrative that President Tinubu is the hero of democracy, no, that's not true. It's not that they did not put pressure. It's just that the people stood, and they stood tall, and they were able to carry this out effectively. So you thinking that, oh, hey, this is time to go to bed. This is the time for everybody to wake up. And the mobilization of the people must start now. Because I see that everybody has just gone to bed after this. The things in Nigeria are not better. No, Nigeria never better. And I'm saying this now. Nigeria never even better. Because all the things that will have gone wrong went wrong. Till today, INEC has not come out to tell us what transpired as regards the state of play of the shenanigans that happened with the IRM while was uploading not continued. So uploading was stopped for hours. What was happening during those hours? Was there pressure? Yeah? Was there pressure? What was happening all of those hours? These are the questions we should ask and answer. How was manipulation going on all those hours? These are the questions we should answer. Because once we don't answer this one, we can never move forward as a nation and as a people. So for you to think, oh, everything is well, it's kumbaya. No, Adeleke was just blessed that people stood with him and they overplayed the federal might. It was too obvious. So the people are disgruntled already. And because the people are disgruntled already, then it caused a lot of problems. And we should be able to call a spade by saying that yes, the people came out. But will the people be able to come out over how many thousand polling units? Because as at that time, politics is local. There are many sentiments, and don't deceive yourself. There will be some areas where people will have candidates of APC that are popular, very popular. I can keep telling people, leading up to the last election and everything, no matter what it was, we all knew that Alia was going to become governor in Benue because apart from that, it was already a popular priest. So people also feel popular candidates. And it's going to have a rub-off effect. And also when you know that there's going to be a lot of skirt and blouse voting in the next election, like in fact, Adeleke has started talking about skirt and blouse, we support Tinubu and everything. But the question is, will that support be enough? Will he just be able to say, okay, people should go ahead and support and vote Tinubu and all of that? These are the questions that time will only tell. So Nigeria is thinking that because this happened in Osun, everything is all sweet, it's all kumbaya now. Don't delude yourself. We keep telling people, it's the time for you to sleep with your two eyes opened. In fact, don't even sleep safe. If you sleep small, open your two eyes. Use your hand to open your two eyes. Eternal vigilance is everything. Babangida's birthday is being celebrated today. Yes, there are some mixed words. Some people are trying to say he's done a lot for the country. Some people are saying he's otherwise. He's written a book where people have said, yes, he told his own side of the story. People have said he didn't tell the truth and all of that. Some people are commending him for at least writing the book. Anyway, history will always be divided about his legacy, but we can never forget the case of June 12th. That's just it. Over 4,000 abandoned mine pits in Plateau State. That's what Alake is saying. Tinubu is saying no leader has impacted Nigeria like Babangida. Okay, that remains to be seen. Awoniyi has moved to Coventry City. These are part of the story making the rounds. And some people are doing post-mortem analysis. Why Adeleke won again? I think it's basically the people power. Import stroke textile industry rise to 1.1 trillion in 2 years. Concession of King's College, parents mobilized for protests. That's another one. Why boat accidents keep happening? NSIB. That's just it. And there are many other stories making the rounds. But we're going to be bringing all of these stories and reviewing all of them and looking at all of them as they pan out. Our federal government sets up a committee on civil service digitization. Let's see if they will make it work. Organizers highlight expected gains of proposed Southwest Investment Summit. Federal and IMO agencies to equip youth with digital skills. Champion transformation of Bauchi's Saraki advises youth. ASUK faults conversion of non-teaching staff to teaching staff cadre. And that ASU strike is still on pretty much. I'm not sure we'll be able to do anything. Amid renewed killing, Governor Alia says terrorists can't take over Benue lands. Jigawa open bids for 5.3 basic education contracts. These are some of the many stories, that are making the rounds, and we're looking at all of these stories, seeing how they pan out. Edo Assembly Speaker resigned over impeachment threats. Nigeria Association of Resident Doctors recommend 48-hour work week for resident doctors to prevent burnouts. A lot of them are dying from burnouts. Adeleke directs Osun Attorney General to withdraw suit against EFCC now that he has won. EFCC transfers 16 million recovered from Nestor to creditors. Paul Ineche calls for consensus to determine number of Christians and Muslims in Nigeria. For census to determine, I think that's quite back and forth. Tinubu balanced his position as president and APC leader, says NGF on Ocean. That's not true. They use federal might, it didn't just work. They should stop trying to change the narrative. El-Rufai's family has made a big suit. The question is, see, this continue keeping El-Rufai there. Yes, a lot of people are saying El-Rufai, let's not speak for El-Rufai, did a lot of people evil. But we cannot say because he did a lot of people evil, when he's being denied his rights, we should not speak up. Because it can happen to anybody tomorrow. And the earlier we start to call out evil, the best it is for us in society. So let's just stop all of this, please. Let's stop all of this. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. That's just it. You might have your grass against El-Rufai. A lot of people have their grass against El-Rufai, but it's not for us not to speak about the ills that's been done to him. Gunmen kill residents in Benue community. 5 dead, 10 in Kano being collapse. There's an editorial on Ishaku Olude's remarkable leadership at JAM. Angry students avenge colleague strip lecturer over attempted sexual assault. And INEC results fall within the independent projection range. That's what Yaga is saying. Cristiano Ronaldo is hinting at a retirement after 2026-2027 season. Target spectacular legacy. Teacher allegedly sets wife ablaze in Kogi State. Police checkpoints detain officer over shooting at points. Mali beat Nigeria to retain under 18 basketball competition.
We were just listening to Rufai Oseni. We will hopefully rejoin with Rufai Oseni to get more of his thoughts if time permits us. But for now, let's just take a look at some of the headlines that are making the round, some that he may not have touched as well. Okay. We have a story here on the Sun newspaper which says Oshun poll, UK wants on vote buying, beavers, lapses, and hills at Deleke. Someone is saying restructuring now, national survival strategy. Citizens declare. So citizens are saying that restructuring now is a national survival strategy and not just any kind of talk. Another batch of evacuees arrive Lagos tomorrow from South Africa, and according to Marwa, will continue to dismantle drug cartels and their financial spine. Okay, I don't know why I'm laughing when I see this story. Anyway, but that's what he's vowing. They will continue to dismantle drug cartels and their financial spine. APC National Working Committee meets over 2027 Campaign Council and Oshun poll. We also have another story from another newspaper. The Nation newspaper leads with APC, NDC, ADC, others get INEX nod for campaigns. So let's just take a little peek into this story. It says that campaign for January 16 presidential election officially kicks off tomorrow in line with the guidelines of the Independent National Electoral Commission. This story is today, so it starts tomorrow, 19th of August 2026. But not yet. A survey by the Nation report has indicated that leading political parties, the All Progressives Congress APC, the Nigeria Democratic Congress NDC, and the African Democratic Congress ADC, are not ready yet to go on the stump, nor are smaller parties. Okay, the campaign's international assembly offices will also open tomorrow. The elections will be held on the same day as the presidential poll. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC, is being challenged by Peter Obi, NDC, Atiku Abubakar, ADC, and 16 others. So campaign starts tomorrow, and if you read that story, maybe you'll find out why they say that the parties are not really ready. Okay, so religious and tribal campaigns to attract 50 million naira fine. So be warned, if you're campaigning on religious grounds or tribal grounds, then it will attract 50 million naira fine. I don't know who they're going to fine. If you read that story, you'll find out who they're going to fine, if it is the presidential candidate or the person that is making the comment, so that if you call us here now and tell us something tribal, we can just say, okay, now this person they talk, go after him. Okay, so going by section 99 and 101 of the 2026 Electoral Act, violations of campaign guidelines attract varying degrees of sanctions for political parties and their candidates. And the section stipulates 50 million naira fine and 3 million naira fine respectively for parties and candidates participating in next year's general election who engage in religious or ethnic campaigns in the run-up to the elections. So if a party campaigns on religious or tribal grounds, it is going to pay 50 million naira fine, and 3 million naira will be paid for by candidates if they campaign on these grounds as well. So I don't know if their supporters, are allowed to do it, or if they're not allowed to do it. If they're not allowed to do it, how much will they pay if they campaign on these grounds? Like I said, if you call us and say, hey, he's our man, he's from my tribe, he's this religion, then we will know what to do. Anyway, I'm joking. We're not here just to report people, but just so you know, it's against the law to campaign on these grounds, religious and tribal grounds. Anyway, we are not able to rejoin Rufai Oseni, and we're lucky that we have in the house already Prince Chilaka, who will be talking with us on the headlines this morning. Prince Chilaka, good morning and welcome to the program. Why did you start with a laugh, Prince Chilaka?
We just have a retrogressive system in Nigeria.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, retrogressive. We're not proactive, we're reactive. And when you are reactive, it has its own flaws.
Okay.
It doesn't help you to achieve something as a nation. It doesn't help you to achieve something as an individual, because the basis of being smart, being a human being to start with, is your ability to be proactive, think ahead, and you avert situations that you would have to cry over. Now they're saying, oh, okay, 50 million if you if you campaign along religious lines. But we've had people who have come out to call some people infidels, and nothing has happened. And we're not saying that, oh, because it was said before the elections. You understand what I'm saying? So how does it add up? How does it add up? And nobody from government has said anything.
I heard the response from Fani Kayode, for instance. Maybe he counts as government official.
No, Fani Kayode responded as an individual.
Okay.
When Bishop Olayeko was being attacked.
Okay, the presidency came with full force.
Full force.
Okay. But maybe this just shows that the law is flawed. Because if the only provisions are for the party and the candidates themselves, then what about their supporters, like I asked earlier on? Or people who, even if they are not directly supporters, but say things that they are in the first place trying to prevent the candidates from saying. So what will be done to them? Because, okay, for instance, I think you're talking about Jingir now. Now, what Jingir said, Jingir may not be a card-carrying member of the APC.
It doesn't matter. He said it. He said it within the structure.
That is the exact thing I'm trying to say. So what if you're not even a card-carrying member, but you're saying the same things that you're afraid might cause some uprising, for instance, if it is being said by the candidate or the party? So what happens to the individual who independently says those things?
No, taking you back, you said he's not he may not be a card-carrying member, but he is within the circle of the card-carrying members of a particular party. So if you're not a card-carrying member, for instance, most times people who get invited to come and give a speech, to deliver a keynote address, most times they're not even members of the group.
Yeah.
But when they come, they talk within the ambit of that group. Because whatever they say is assumed to be the position of what? The group. So if you come there, you're not a card-carrying member, and you begin to use terms that you're not supposed to use, terms that may attract fine, according to what you just read, in religious terms, what happens? Who gets the fine?
Something just popped into my head now. If Jingir were to make that statement on VOP, we will be fined. We didn't say anything, but we will be fined. So what happens to the 3 governors that were there and clapping for him?
Not only governors, commissioners were there. I'm sure 1 or 2 ministers were there. So it's that's why I said we're just people who just when we wake up from the bad side of the bed, we decide to look for a solution of why we're having pains, but we know that when we're going to sleep, we're going to have such pains.
Okay, let's just take some commercials and then join Rufai. Rufai is trying to join us since we're not able to join him from this side. So we're going to take that little break now and then join Rufai. If you can hear us, Rufai, just hold on a bit.
Arabia, a double punch of Protestant and Amodia Queen. An effective combination that Camosinator. It is anti-malaria therapy. Comes in 4 different packs or different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosinator.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet.
Morning to you. Okay, you can hear me now. That's good. All right.
I was muted before.
Yes, but I could hear you at some point. Okay, so I'm just trying to let me go back to what you said. We should sleep with our 2 eyes opened. Yesterday, and I'm sure the whole of this week, people will be talking about Oshun election, and they kind of had some confidence that 2027 will be a little bit better than they thought. But you have a different opinion. Let's try to listen to that more. Tell us why you have the reservations.
Yango, I've spoken to everybody. You see, some people in the APC, they are trying to push a narrative that federal might was not used. Yango, don't mind them. They are trying to use it to gaslight Nigerians. They can't take the defeats. They don't know how to explain the defeats with all that they deployed. So what are they doing now? They're trying to gaslight. And that's why once they saw that they were defeated, people like Kiamo came out to say that don't forget the agreement.
Agreement is agreement.
Come out and say that there was no agreement. It's just out of respect or something. That's why Adeleke said was going to support President Tinubu. Yango, I'm telling you, they use everything federal might. There are some things I didn't want to say yesterday, but I'm happy. In the other audio that I recorded, I said, I know you didn't get around to play that today.
Yeah.
Adeleke explicitly stated that billion. Those were some of the things I wanted to say that I had known about on Monday, but I didn't want to say because you know there's some information you wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. That's why if you hear some of my voices yesterday, I gave special tribute to DJ Adeleke, that's Davido's father. So they didn't use federal might. 100 billion, about 60 billion came out. See, it was when they tried everything possible that people who.
Oh dear God.
IRF stopped uploading. Can you hear me, Yango?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Ask INET, why did IRF stop uploading at 8 something? About 8. So ask them. Can you hear me, Yango?
Yeah.
So ask INEC, why did IRF stop uploading? I bet they will never give you a straight answer. They rely on logistics. They will say it's this, is that, and all of that. Ask them. So they use federal might to plenty, and those that use the federal might fails them. Yango, we are going back to dressing room and go and redress the capacity of federal might. Don't be deceived. And when you tell a lot of Nigerians this, they think, oh, Nigerians know how to quickly take something and just act like everything is kumbaya. No, they will go and redouble the effort for the federal might. That's going to be so great. Imagine some of them are so shameless that if you see federal might, you're wrong. Are they supposed to use federal might in the first place in the election? Well, it's because we call them out. It's because we call them out.
No federal might, but there were like 16 governors in Oshun. No federal might.
Don't mind them.
Ministers in Oshun. No federal might.
Don't mind them.
Omishore in Oshun. So I don't know which other federal might they're talking about.
Can go let them keep deceiving themselves. She be what's it called? I said one of them, the Adeleke. The dramatic person, I said one of them about our 20,000 exchange house. I said 20,000 over 60 billion. I heard that they spent 60 billion. That's one of them. So, now they are now out to gaslight people. Hey, no, was Tinubu. They're trying to attribute the victory to Tinubu. One of them called me yesterday, and he was trying to, in the process of blackmail or gaslight me. I said, no. I said, get out. Okay, this argument is not working. Leave me alone, Jerry. Come and make argument for you that Tinubu won this, that we should come and praise Tinubu. For what? So what are you doing for?
Same thing happened on the program. Someone sent a message that now that Tinubu has done what he has done, we are not giving credit to where credit should be given. And I was just telling you we should be ashamed of ourselves if we
young girl. You know this now. Young girl. You know me, I know these people in and now. I have more friends in APC. And their objective was amongst them too. So stop believing their lies. This is what the ones that have not caused the Rubicon of rabid partisanship. That's what they want to push. See what Farouk said on air. Yes, Ali Farouk. He alluded to the fact that they use federal mind. Those are people admire that. I'm not saying please don't do partisanship, don't support your party. But once you cross the Rubicon of rabid partisanship, you've lost me. Because we can never have a logical argument. So there's no point. And that's why I don't engage. That's why I don't engage. That's why I don't engage. When somebody crosses the Rubicon of rabid partisanship, it can never have logic in his thinking again. So let them keep deceiving themselves. My brother, the victory pained them. For them, if they had won or shown yesterday, it is big flex they wanted to do. It's just that the people stood with Adeleke. They wanted to do big flex. It pained them. It pained them.
So what do you make of what you called, maybe that's what we'll be calling it going into 2027, the skirt and blouse kind of thing that Adeleke endorsed Tinubu? You go to Anambra State, there's APGA endorsing Tinubu. Abia State, there's a Labour Party endorsing Tinubu.
A lot of skirt and blouse are going to happen. What's going to happen? Because you see, it's not in these elections that other elections, skirt and blouse normally happen. It's not a big deal. A lot of skirt and blouse will happen. That is not going to happen. Forget it. But it now depends on the people. It now depends on the people. On the people. As Tinubu was from Osun State, in the last presidential election, he lost to Atiku. Because Atiku was in the PDP, Adeleke was in the PDP. So they could have done skirt and blouse for Southwest, but it didn't work. It now depends on the people. What do the people want? A politician can arrange skirt and blouse, but it's not as much as the people staying with their choice.
Well,
so a lot will happen, and it's no big deal. Even President Tinubu did skirt and blouse when he was in Lagos. Now, he did skirt and blouse for Jonathan. Yes, in 2011. So that's why that was the first and the last time PDP won Lagos.
Later on a different show, we're expecting the spokesperson for Yaga Africa to give us what really happened in Osun and lessons to take. But going forward into 2027, now that you're saying federal might will be rejigged to make sure that APC clinches everywhere, what would you have the people do as we wrap up with you?
Stay with their votes. Okay. Stay with their convictions. Stay with their votes, stay with their conviction. Because see, let me tell you something. While the people are singing Oju to vote, they collected money. And you know what? If they say they share 50,000 in the next election, if need be that they will share 70,000, they will share 70,000. No. Because an average politician that you tell money has failed, his mentality is that more money is the solution. You know, Osun people were saying, Oju to wo, 50,000. Oju to Owo Wogbo. What it means that they were sharing 50,000 for them, but Owo Wogbo means money enter bush because they didn't do what they wanted the money to be used to do.
Okay, stay with your votes.
So,
It's all right.
stay with your votes, young God.
Thank you very much, Rufai, for your time this morning.
No,
Have a wonderful day.
that's-
Okay. I was trying to learn that thing. Oju Ogbo. What? I couldn't learn it. Okay. Prince Chilakas, sorry, we had to just rejoin Rufai because
Yeah, no, but
we
it's
could not.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, we've talked about skirt and blouse, and is it a betrayal of the people, or you think that the people will still do what they feel like doing, even when their governors are doing the skirt and blouse?
Well,
Will it have any effects on the
I
election?
think the thing is, when people get elected,
Yeah.
they become lords. They no longer understand leadership. And because they now think that the people are there to serve them and not them to serve the people. So they feel they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it. You now find out that the only time you see them repenting like repentant bandits and terrorists is when the next cycle of election comes up.
Are they really repentant this time? Because the last time we saw them sleeping on bedbug-ridden mattresses, eating corn on the road, doing so many things. Now it's just with impunity because they are so sure of it. So where's the repentance? If at this time they will tell you that I can make you disappear and nothing will happen.
That is why I said when it comes to election period, they become humble.
Anyway, campaigns are starting tomorrow, so let's see the humility that they have. Okay, in case you want to call us or send a message to us, the numbers to call 0803 692 9933, 0803 692 9933. That's for regular call, and then 081 7175 6338, 081 7175 6338 for WhatsApp call and WhatsApp messages. There's this message saying, "Good morning, Dave Umahi said Southeast must vote for Tinubu and even his family members will not vote for Tinubu." And I want to respond to David Umahi that Southeast must not vote for incompetent Tinubu in 2027. Leo from Lagos. By the way, he said that yesterday. Okay, it was on the headlines yesterday that Southeast must vote for Tinubu.
You see, nobody has appointed Dave Umahi as spokesperson for the Southeast. Even within the circle of Ohanese and Igbo, they cannot come out and tell the generality of Igbos who to vote for. Dave Umahi doesn't have that. He doesn't have that authority. You know, he keeps. These are people who are more like psychophants, keep giving Mr. President, false hope. The Igbos are Republicans in nature. The Igbos don't. That's why the Igbos will tell you, "When is he?" I'm sure you know what that means. Igbos have no king. Your kingship is in your house. You're not feeding me, I'm not feeding you. And so you cannot tell me what to do, who to vote for, who not to vote for. So, when Dave Umahi speaks, he talks about the fact that the marginalization being talked about by the Igbos has been taken care of. And that there is development, in terms of federal might in the Southeast. And I'm asking, where are these developments? Each time he talks about roads, he doesn't talk about any road. He talks about the road that is moving from Sokoto to Badagry. We need to see the
Lagos
presence.
to Calabar.
We need to see what you're talking about. And if you want the Igbos to vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you don't need to. The way you're going about it is, you tell the people, this is what this man has done. And if you go to Imo State, this is what he has done. You go to Abia State, this is what he has done. If you if you listen to the Adeleke, he ended his ranting, because that's what I call it. He insulted the sensitivity of the people of Osun State who voted him. And I said to him, the victory does not belong to Adeleke. The victory is for Osun people. And he's already trying to rubbish it with the kind of comments and statements he's putting out there. So if you look at it, there's something he said after saying he's a Yoruba man, which is the height of.
Is this not the tribalism we were talking
Well,
about?
that is the height of tribal bigotry. You know, we no longer talk about the ability of somebody to deliver. Who is he? What has he done? How has he influenced the lives of the people? What we're not talking about in Nigeria is he from my tribe? Is he my religion? Is he my person? And so we have taken country and dumped inside the dustbin, and we're talking about individuals.
Okay, let me take this call. Oh, I missed that one. Let me see. Okay, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yangu.
Good morning to you, please.
And good morning, Mr. and Prince Chilaka.
Morning.
I always thank you for doing a very good job, and my friend too. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, this is Boyesim from Afromedia.
All right, go on.
Yes, honestly speaking, I stand tall for the people of Osun State. They did a wonderful job by standing by, making sure that their votes count. So they should keep it up. And at the same time, I want to align with you, Mr. Oseni Rufai, because it is not yet Uhuru. These people will go back and plan for, that plan B, because they failed in the Osun State. So they want to go back and do a rethink and get that plan B, the one that will work for them. But I thank God that they were humiliated. All those governors, Hope, Uzodinjo, all of them, many of them, Uzodinjo, for God's sake.
Okay,
Uzodinjo.
I hear you.
So, and his cohorts, they were in Osun State. They perfected their ideas, but at the end of the day, it could not work for them. So I thank God for that. So my message this morning is to Nigerians to stand up, to replicate what the Osun people have done, and at the same time, they should not rest on their ears. They should do more and protect their voice, because these people are coming back. They are coming. At the same time, one other thing I want to say, the governor himself, Adeleke, I am surprised that he's still singing the praises of Tinubu. It's like he doesn't even know what is going on underground. So I salute once again the resilience of Osun people. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Okay, just change the governor's name now. Just sharp. Okay, based on the outcome of Osun gubernatorial elections, which ended in favor of Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party, I am sure that the president would have seen and known by now that the governors, especially Governor Pueblo of Edo State, who promised to deliver 2 million votes for the president to become victorious in 2027 presidential election, is a toothless bulldog. Finally, Nigerians should shine their eyes very well so that they will not fall for the gimmick of the president again concerning the national refineries, where the same president told Nigerians that the national refineries will function optimally again, but has not been able to do anything on it in the last 3 years plus. If he is now coming out to make another promise on the same refineries, to me, it's like beating a dead horse. If he cannot carry out a forensic audit on the trillions of naira that has been spent on the repair so far without any positive results, I don't see the reason why the president should continue to waste taxpayers' money on the repair of these same refineries. Rather than taking the step to carry out another fruitless repair, he should take the same bold step when he pronounced that fuel subsidy is gone and build at least just one new refinery. Olorun Agba, wow. Temi Tokpe Onotoye from Ijegamo community. And this message says, and another deadly blow for President Tinubu for losing Osun State, his state of origin, and lost Lagos and Abuja in 2023. That means the president has no structures as far as Nigeria politics is concerned. The only saving grace for President Tinubu is the INEC and judiciary. That is why he is building houses and expensive cars for them. All the idle governors, senators, ministers, and others could not save APC upon all their dances like grasshoppers with their Suraju tailored uniforms is how APC will be disgraced out of Asu Rock come 2027. And never, enough is enough. Oh God, arise and trouble those who are troubling Nigerians. Mayor from Ikotunegbe. These are very strong words. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Yango.
Good morning, my brother.
How was your night?
It was good.
You are Baptist calling.
Batex, go ahead.
Yeah, Yango.
Yes, sir.
Adeleke got a victory in Oshu State, but I can't see the reason why he was praising Tinubu, thanking Tinubu. What does that one mean? I don't see any meaning there, thanking Tinubu. And he said that he endorsed Tinubu for 2027. So, like the suffering Nigerians are suffering, he is a governor of Oshu State. He can see how he's governor of Oshu people. If he suffer Oshu people, did he think that they will vote for him this second time? I don't know why all these people, I don't know why they are behaving like this. So they like the suffering Nigerians are suffering. They are endorsing Tinubu. All the whole governors, they endorse Tinubu for 2027. Okay, let's see how that one will happen. This one that this man saying that is going to put the refinery in place. The refinery during Obasanjo's time, they said that this refinery, Okonjo-Iweala said that this refinery cannot function until this earth gets away. Why this man lavishing our money to build a new refinery? Is it a crime? Yango, is it a crime to build a new refinery? Does it mean that the expert that will build the refinery is no more in this earth? Why this man? I don't know why these people, I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't get you anymore. Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that call now. All right, you're still listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and this is the front page review. We're just looking at what the headlines are this morning. Someone just sent a message that I asked Okpebolo, the Edo State governor, how many votes that brought him to power, that he is promising Mr. President 2 million votes in 2027 election. Okpebolo should stop deceiving himself and deliver the dividends of democracy to good Edo people. Benjamin from Shogunle said this. This is like, this is August. So we have September, October, November, December before we enter January. 5 months is a very long time for somebody to change the fortunes of the people, because, you know, subsidy gone was just one statement in one day, and it raised the it lowered the living standards of every Nigerian. One statement, one day, which means 5 months is enough to raise this living standard to a better pedestal. But unfortunately, like everybody is saying, they may be using the next 5 months just to strategize how to rig. How does that make sense?
The next 5 months, governance has ended, even as we speak. Everything is comatose right now. So the next 5 months is going to be, first of all, they're going to try to find a way to sell a product that is unsellable to the people. They have to adduce 1,001 reasons why they think that this product should be patronized by the Nigerian people. And so that's why you find out that each time they have an opportunity, they tell you, oh, net fund. They tell you subsidy is gone. But I ask, very critical question. You're giving loans to Nigerian students to go to school. How many of you who are ministers, governors, even the Mr. President, went to school on loan? How many? So what has gone wrong?
Maybe we are poorer than that time they were having free education.
Well, Nyamgo,
You are involved with the ports. You are involved with the exports and imports. You know things that I do not know. Is Nigeria poorer than then?
No, Nigeria is rich after all. Governors are going home with a lot of money.
Okay, so if the campaign strategy will be that the president and the APC will be using money that they have given to state governors to do whatever they're doing in their states. For instance, if OT is doing well in Abia State, everybody wants you to give credit to the president because he gave him more money. If Zulum is doing well in Borno State, they say is the president had to give him more money. Will that stand as an achievement of the president giving more money to the governors?
No.
Why that?
You see, that's why I keep saying we need to go back to that constitution. You take money from the federation account, you give to governors, you don't ask for accountability. You that is giving money, you're not asking those who are giving money to come on account. Then you're asking the people who are not involved in giving the money to go and hold them accountable.
Interesting. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning. Okay, you forgot your callers. I couldn't hear you. If you were talking, I couldn't hear you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle. I greet you.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, Evangelist Johnson, I'm calling you from Papa.
Okay, Evangelist Johnson. Go on.
Please, according to what our analyst said there, it is true. Nigerians should not relax. But the only advice, I don't know how we are going to say it so that they will hear us. What the strategy they used last time was that they will carry money to polling booth and wait somewhere and tell you if you vote, snap your ballot paper, then show to them they give you money. The first set of people that vote for them, they will give them the money. Then they will show others that are coming. Then people, everybody queue on that lane. So please, they should find way to stop going to the polling booth with phone, or you off your phone. We are going to follow them up this time around to the core. Whatever they want to strategize, we are going to strategize our own. We said it before, and that is what is going to happen. It is APC versus Nigeria. People say, how it will happen. They have seen it in Ocean State. And I'm calling on all the celebrities. They should follow the way of Davido, because they are highly respected in the society. If they want to rescue Nigeria, they are the people. Put call to Donald Trump. Anybody that want to mess up, so that any misbehavior or whatever happen there, they will pick that person direct. We are going to rescue our country. Nobody will stop us. Nobody, no power on earth that can stop that. We are going to rescue our country from these people. It is APC versus Nigeria. Thank you. God continue to bless this country.
Thank you.
Well, I need to say something. I think we're giving too much credence to celebrities, because even our celebrities themselves are hungry. They're even more hungrier than the ordinary Nigerians. We've seen the way that some of them are behaving. Some of them are behaving, they're suffering, but they are suffering and smiling. So it's not about being a celebrity. There are some celebrities that don't have common sense. And there are those who are reasonable. But the truth of the matter is that everybody, it is on everybody. You and I. It's our responsibility. It's not responsibility of any celebrity. It's our responsibility as Nigerians to be able to exercise our, franchise without being induced to do it. So there is nothing like celebrity, no. People should first of all be determined to say they want to go out and vote and protect their votes. And that is what we saw. I was just laughing when I saw people escorting,
the ballot boxes. Yeah.
And that's what we should do. That is what we, as the people.
A message was deleted.
Because you keep saying, if you talk about the 1999 Constitution, what you hear is, we. You only hear, we, the people.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, when did we sit down to agree on that? But since we're using that word, we, it simply means that for it to be proper, for it to be right, we must do the right thing.
Okay, let's pay some bills and return in a moment.
Give malaria a double punch of Artesunate and Ammonia Queen. An effective combination that Camosunate. It is anti-malaria therapy. Camosunate comes in 4 different packs for different age groups. No 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosunate.
Camosunate, effective effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
You are listening
to your the number one station.
to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Okay, you're still listening to Voice of the People, and the program is Front Page Review on your darling station. So we're here with Prince Chilaka, and my name is Nyamgul Agaji. We are applauding the people of Osun, and we're attributing the success of that election in favor of the governor to the Osun people, not the governor this time. And Nigerians are in unison saying that. And the celebration was massive last weekend when he was declared the winner. It was as if, like I said yesterday, I haven't seen that national celebration since the death of Abacha. Because when Abacha died, that's when I saw people united in jubilation, except maybe for the World Cup when Nigeria goes and wins a match. But every other time, it's only Abacha's time that we saw that kind of celebration.
Yeah, even with this presidency, there was no celebration. When he was declared the winner, I mean, we were all fast asleep.
Yeah, so you were not even there. But let me remind you the thing that gave Osun one of this victory that we are celebrating them now is massive turnout. And we've always been preaching that on this radio station. Go out and vote. Do not say my votes will not count. In recent history in Nigeria, we've not seen a turnout for election that got up to 52%. The people that collected the cards, over 1.9 million or so in Osun State, 52% of them went out to vote. That's what gave them the victory. And we've always said, if the crowd is massive, rigging will be impossible. So make up your mind that you are going to vote on that day. So whatever it takes to get there to that polling unit and make sure that if you vote, you protect your vote, do it. So that 2027, your candidate might be in the APC. And if you have seen the things that he's doing and you like the things that he's doing and you want him to continue, go out, all of you, and vote for the person. Like Rufai said this morning, in some places, APC might field a popular candidate. In some other places, some other parties might field the popular candidate. Vote for the person, not the party. Vote for the person that you know is going to be a good leader for the people of your senatorial district, not just because he's belonging to a big party or because he's doing this. Let me remind you this. The biggest political bloc in Nigeria is not the people who identify with any party. It is not the people who are card-carrying members of any party. It's not even the people who go out to vote. It's just simply the people. That's the biggest political bloc, the biggest political party. The office of the citizen is the highest office in the land, not the president. So imagine a situation where the people who stayed at home, because we tell you here all the time that if you go out to vote, you have voted. If you stay at home and not vote when you should have voted, you still have voted for the person that you may not like. 62.68 million people stayed at home last time. And how many did the APC need to win? 8.79 or so. PDP had 6.98. LP had 6.10. So the people who won, the people who were the runners-up, and the people who came after that, all combined, were not as much as in fact, the people who stayed at home that should have voted were 7 times the number of people that actually voted. Think about that. 7 times the number of people who actually voted. So if 10 people voted, the people who did not vote were 70 people. You can imagine if all of them had voted, how it would have looked. So it would have been such a case where even the person in power would be on his toes, knowing that there was just a small margin that took him to power. And if He does anyhow, like Nigerians say, you do anyhow, you see anyhow. So he would have been on his toes, knowing that he wants to get a second term. But you see, maybe you are one of those persons, you sat at home and said, it doesn't matter, let me not vote. Guess what? You voted for the suffering you're suffering right now. So you don't have any excuse. No excuse at all. Okay, so hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yango.
Good morning to you.
This is Ebuka Khan from Ebeda.
Okay, Ebuka.
Good morning, Prince Chinaka.
Good morning, please.
Yeah, I tried so many times to call because something dragged my attention.
Good.
Anyway, let me start from complimenting Osun people. They did very well. So this is a good example that we in Nigeria, we can still reject them. You understand? So if all of us can come out in mass and vote, our votes will count and stand and defend our votes. So now APC supporters have turned it to say that president is a Democrat. President is a Democrat. How many people died in Osun State? I saw a video. One of my friends showed me a video of 8 people who were butchered inside bush. People that before the election, like a day before the election. You understand? So how is that free and fair? If not, the people of Osun didn't sleep and they were outside even at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. Protecting their votes. Do you think that Governor Adeleke will return? He will not return. So since that they already defeat them, that's why they change and be saying the president is a Democrat. You cannot even catch this APC. If you catch them from here, they will slide from the other side. If you catch them from here, they will slide the other side. Let them accept defeat, please. Then I want to say something. Governor of Abia State didn't endorse Tinubu. He said that he have his own candidate that Governor Hope Uzodimma is speaking to himself. So you can go and fast check that. So he didn't support. So because you have made that comment 2 times now that Alex ought to endorse Tinubu. He didn't. He said that the Labour Party have his candidate that which is the person that he will support. You can go and verify that. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
No, I think when that let's not confuse ourselves. What the governor said was after Hope Uzodimma came out and said that the whole governors, the whole Southeast is endorsing Tinubu. And Uchina said, you cannot be speaking for the Southeast. Nobody has given you authority to do that. That people are free to vote who they want to vote. But that he also has a candidate. But he has also said earlier that he endorsed the policies of the president. Yes. So let us not confuse ourselves. But the bottom line of it is that he came out clearly to say that people who claim to be speaking for
the Southeast,
they are speaking for themselves.
So the good thinking Nigerian, the reasonable Nigerian will ask, how do you endorse someone's policies and then vote against him if you like his policies? Wouldn't you want him to continue?
Well, it depends on what you like. Like we say, politicians, truth is far from their lips.
Who said it? Dr. Peter said yesterday that Winston Churchill said, politicians do not believe themselves, and they are shocked
that you believe them.
That you believe them. That was really funny. Hello, good morning. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Yango.
Okay, very good. Go right ahead, please.
Good morning, Prince Chilaka.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, the Osun election is a proof of what Nigerians can do when they are ready to do it. And I can tell you, take it to the bank. Every state in Nigeria, the suffering masses, those who could not afford 1 single meal a day, those who could not renew their rent because of hardship, those who have lost their job because the companies can no longer pay diesel and fuel to run the businesses. those who have been thrown out of school because of the increase of school fees, those who have no Medicare, those who think their rights have been violated, will stand to defend their vote in 2027 across the board. In 2027, Nigerians will not vote party. Mark my word. They are going to vote individuals, and we're going to vote for one man who is not a thief, who have not stolen. We're going to vote that man. Politicians are not honest, but we have seen politicians that are not thieves. No human being is perfect, so we can excuse them for their little weaknesses. But we want somebody in Aso Rock that is not a thief. That all the institutions in Nigeria have not indicted him for stealing, embezzlement, and deception. That is the person that will be in Aso Rock. We are not looking for an angel. We are looking for somebody that is not a thief. Because when you go across board under the Badu during Obasanjo regime, almost 20-something or 28 or 30 governors were indicted by EFCC as being thieves. That is on record. So we are looking for that man who was not indicted, just like the late Musa Yaradua. He was not a thief. And Obasanjo said out of those in the north, he was the one pick that was not a thief. So that's the person we are going to vote. And we will defend our vote. We will stay there till the next day, not even 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. We will stay till the next day and next day again. We are ready. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, we really do need a man of integrity. There may be a lot of them within the, among the candidates, so let's fish them out and vote for them. I don't know, when you talk about integrity now, it seems as if it's a vice. They're now using it to fight against you and all that. Yeah. Let's at least vote for someone who will not steal our money. Even if he cannot do anything, let our money be there and be good.
And let them recover the ones that have been stolen.
Yes.
And not follow the senators who are saying, "Forgive us, Lord, for we have sinned."
This is my this is my first confession after 200 years.
After stealing all the good. Nigeria.
Okay, so Nigeria and Nigerians. Let me just say this: when we vote along the ethnic group or tribal lines and religious lines, know that the world is leading. The world is leaving us behind while we are here developing.
Sorry, the world is not leaving us. The world has left us.
Okay, leaving us will mean we are maybe still following.
Yes.
Okay, so like we said, if the people who did not vote in the last election that could have voted were a political party, if they had formed a political party, they would have won. The winners of the election, the alleged winners or the supposed winners of the last election, and all others put together with a landslide, because their number was 7 times more than the people that voted for all the parties put together. If they were, we call them the stay-at-home voters. If they were a political party, they would have won the election by landslide. Now, while you were talking about pastors and imams, remember that by the end of 2026, there's a possibility that eye drops that will correct vision without the need for glasses will be available for sale. People in other countries have developed that. Remember also that France has unveiled an artificial heart that can beat forever without the need for a heart donor. Remember that children with Down syndrome may no longer be born because Japanese scientists have managed to remove the chromosomes linked to this condition. Remember that Japan reached a record internet speed of 1.02 petabits per second, allowing the entire Netflix library to be downloaded in just 1 second if you want. Historic breakthrough in medicine. The world's first 3D printed cornea restored vision to a blind patient. Scientists created a biological mini pancreas made from living cells that produce insulin on its own and could change the future of diabetes treatment. All these things and many more, if you just check the internet, you'll see what other countries are doing. What are we doing? We're preaching religion and ethnicity.
And then we're also frying akara.
Yes, we're encouraging people to fry akara. And then telling individuals to go and help the citizens because government cannot do it.
And at the same time, we are also, in the angle of saying, look, the government cannot do everything for you. So for you to go to school, come and take a loan. Meanwhile, other countries are providing free education.
Even in Africa.
To encourage their younger generation to be more proactive.
If you're going out to study, they pay you. They give you the money. Go on scholarship, study, and come back and improve our country.
No, Nigeria doesn't want improvement because the political class feel that if the people get educated, then they will question their ability to steal from them. That's just it.
It's so unfortunate. So if that's the politics we're playing, know that, like Prince Chalaka said, we'll be left behind. I'm still just hoping that we're struggling to follow. But if things can happen well in Africa, and like they said, the High Commissioner of South Africa to Nigeria said that even in the time of xenophobia, the applications for visas to South Africa doubled. Why would people be wanting to run away from their own country to a country that is even willing to kill them? Let me take this from, I think it's Remy. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Your Excellency, sir.
I salute you, Remy.
Good morning.
Good
God
morning.
bless you all.
You too.
Thanks for Michael, Remy from London.
Okay.
You see, U.S. socialist Du Bois, he used a term called double consciousness. So in politics, he was talking in the context of being black and being a human being. You have to think like a black person and think like a human being. In politics, you have to be double-minded too. You have to have your own mind and your political mind. Now, look, we are talking about power here. To Donald Trump, a lot of people that bow at Donald Trump's feet, they know a lot of his things are just untenable. Yeah, undecent. But they have to rub his ego by saying, you are the best thing that has ever happened since the day of jollof rice. Because this is the most powerful man in the world who is sadly unreasonable. So I understand when politicians come out openly to say, I endorse this, I endorse that. Guy, you're dealing with someone who has power. But the bottom line for me is this. You were talking about people who did not come out to vote. Now, people say I talk too much about people who do not come out to vote and who are not participating. I think Nigerian politics should Nigerian population must understand that they have the power to shape the thinking of their politician. The other day, it was unthinkable to beat Tinubu in Lagos. Ewo Jagaban, you can beat him in Lagos. And those narratives were built on the docility of the people, on the ineptitude of the people, on the people's apathy to their civic responsibility. But when Obi factor came in and brought revival, political consciousness, awakening, they realized that this is a myth. Sheyi Makinde, it's true a time in Oyo. The so-called big guys, they did not endorse him. In fact, the first time, he have two governors, sitting governor, former governor, and a lot of the major cabinets here against him. Go and look at the turnout of the election. The turnout helped him. So you, the electorate, must make the politician understand that you have the power. In the UK, nobody can try a mess with the UK public. Keir Starmer was messing around. They just kicked him out, and they brought Andy Bennett. Andy Bennett has changed the fortune of the Labour Party. So you people, I remind you once again, you have power, take ownership, and show your politician. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like it when people, even who are enjoying what true democracy could be, are concerned about home and talk
you cannot be less concerned about what is happening in Nigeria.
But some are forming political parties outside, trying to still foist what we do not want on us here in Nigeria. They are not here to feel the pain.
No, you see, the thing is, when people say, own up some things, it's not that Nigerians do not want to own up. It's not that Nigerians do not want to hold their leaders accountable. The thing is that the institutions of government is actually what is holding everybody down. Institutions that are meant to work irrespective of who the president is, who the governor is. These institutions are being subdued by government.
Okay. I saw a friend's status, and someone was just carrying a placard out there. When you are voting, remember, rice is not bulletproof, and 5K can't pay your ransom. Vote wisely, vote for safety, vote for better Nigeria. If you know that you are getting all of this, then go ahead and do the needful. If you know that you're not getting the safety that you need and the enabling environment for you to flourish, choose your candidate wisely. It doesn't have to, or he or she doesn't have to belong to a party we are calling. Like we said, vote for the person you know can represent you well, no matter the party they belong to. That's what we should get to. That's the level we should be at. Someone just won a court party. It's not.
I mean, the party has no governor.
When they're talking about governors, about parties, they don't even mention a court party. They mention APC, ADC, NDC, maybe SDP, and a few others. It never gets to a court party.
I'm sure you're aware that maybe it's after the victory, because I hear that finally Showore is forming an alliance
with Accord
and SDP. So I said the jinx has been broken. I thought he said he doesn't believe in any other party, he doesn't believe in any other person. And so the question I've been asking is, if this alliance is formed and it tells Showore you cannot be the
president,
will he accept?
I really don't know. I like Showore. I like him a lot. But I think we need him as an activist, not as a president.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I think we need him as a president. I'm not saying he's not good enough, but if you do what you do and then you become the president, who will hold you accountable? We want someone who can
hold other people accountable.
We need him. The president that may never be, let him be that one, so that we can know that we have a voice that is fearless.
That can actually hold other people
accountable. So that's what I think about Showore. Anyway, some messages from YouTube. One of them is saying, Yamgul, thank you. Want to carry a looter against one of your regular Sunday political analysts? Okay. On Sunday, when he's analyzing, please tell him what you are trying to tell me now. I'm not sure I can carry this message, but I hear you. APC-led... Chikezi Nwodo is saying APC-led Tinubu cannot campaign without tribalism and ethnicity. INEC chairman will exempt APC because they have nothing to campaign with except ethnic division. Ibioro Austin is saying, I'm reminding you about the safety hazard reported last week at the bridge at Irawo bus stop, onward mile 12. The billboard is still hanging there and it has not been removed. Yes, I remember this message last week, and the report came, and the relevant authorities were called upon to do the needful. If they have not done it, please do it. Who is responsible for the safety of the people when it comes to billboard? Is it
Lagos State Signage Agency?
Yeah. So signage agency, maybe environment too. I don't know whatever relevant agency. Sometimes there are up to 5 that are concerned in this kind of things. Please go to Irawo bus stop. This has been a report and it was there since last week. Do not, like Prince Chinaka said, continue to be reactionary instead of being proactive. That's what it is. So someone has reported, that's his duty he has done as a citizen, reported that this thing is dangerous. It might lead to loss of lives. What if it falls on a car or a bus or something, and then people are injured and God forbid maybe some of them die? I'm not sure that you will still stay there. You will go and remove it after the deed has been done. So go to Irawo bus stop, Irawo bridge, the bridge at Irawo bus stop, yes, onward mile 12. There's a billboard there, and they say it is still hanging. This is today. This message came, so it's not like I'm reading it from last week. So if it is still there, Signage Agency, Environment, Ministry of Environment, and any other thing, they kai people that remove people from the roadside and all that. You have seen those things. Why not report?
Let me quickly chip in something. The footbridge by Toyota has not been fixed till date. And I'm calling on the Lagos State government to do something about it. Fix it so that people can use it.
Yeah.
You know, the rate at which cars drive and the rate at which people cross without using that footbridge, you know.
At least let it not be the fault of the government that because they didn't fix the footbridge. Yeah.
People get knocked down.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up at this time. Maybe we'll get some of your messages out later when we come for the brunch, because we'll be talking about Oshun again. We're hoping to have a member of the Yaga Africa, the spokesman for Yaga Africa, join us later for the show. Yesterday, Dr. Anosike gave us 5 books and people won 4 of them. We're going to continue with that game show later on. And if you can buy a book that people will win also, just let us know. Buy it with Dr. Anosike and give us the receipt. Just send the receipt to us here, and then we'll also join that with the books that are going to be won this morning. So we have just one left. So if you can supply one more book in celebration of the people of Oshun, what they achieved, to give us some kind of confidence that 2027 may be a little bit different from what we thought it could be. So just do that now. And Dr. Anosike's number, if you want to call him and get the book, is 080 3577 9230. 080 3577 9230. That's the number of Dr. Anosike. Prince Chilaka, thank you very much for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
Okay, so until we meet again another time for, I'm very sorry, someone is calling from the United States now. I cannot pick because our time is up, and the Ogendibo people are here. That's not the name of their program, but I like to call them like that. Adigbo will eat me raw if I don't get out here. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. Let's do it again tomorrow, and join me for the brunch at 10:30. Bye for now.